Hey, North Texas, time now for the TXA21 Classic Drive-In Movie. Tonight's feature is Art of War 3, Retribution. But first, a TXA21 exclusive. We're taking you on the road for one of the biggest movie car events in the country. It's the 2012 Bandit Run, an annual event named after that famous Pontiac Trans Am from Smokey and the Bandit. It starts in Texarkana and ends in Atlanta. Now, just in case you need it, here's a little Smokey and the Bandit refresher course. This guy, the Bandit, and this guy, the Snowman, made a bet with these guys, Big Enos and Little Enos. The bet? Pick up 400 cases of Coors beer from Texarkana and bring it back to Atlanta in just 18 hours. And that's why the 2012 Bandit Run is starting right here in Texarkana. So keep it here as the TXA21 Classic Drive-In Movie gets started. Hey, North Texas, hope you're enjoying tonight's TXA21 Classic Drive-In Movie. Before we get back to the flick, let's check out more of the 2012 Bandit Run, the annual rally of Trans Am celebrating the 35-year anniversary of Smokey and the Bandit. It starts in Texarkana and ends in Atlanta. Next stop, Biloxi, Mississippi, where David Coors has joined the party. It was his family's beer that made its way into Hollywood history when Smokey and the Bandit was released in 1977.
And it is all about that trip that people make, the trek that people make, that kind of embody the brand. It's this delicious beer that had this stitch about it back then. You guys really take all these cars and trek cross country to memorialize that, and it's such an honor to see you guys do that and come be a part of it and share that experience with you guys.
Coming up later, more from the 2012 Bandit Run. But first, explosive action from tonight's TXA21 Classic Drive-In Movie. You're watching the TXA21 Classic Drive-In Movie, Art of War 3, Retribution. But first, more exclusive coverage from the 2012 Bandit Run, the car rally celebrating the 35-year anniversary of the 1977 classic Smokey and the Bandit. The runners started in Texarkana, and after stops in Lafayette, Biloxi, and Birmingham, they finally made it to Atlanta. Destination? Year One Industries, the home of the original Burt Reynolds edition Trans Am.
Well, you know, every year since we've started the Bandit Run, this is one of the highlights of my year. It's awesome. I love riding with these guys. Some of the best people I've ever met. I'm a huge Pontiac enthusiast, so to get my Pontiac out and ride with all these fellow Pontiac guys and gals, it is one of the highlights of every time, every year. I can't wait to do it again.
But not everyone made it to Atlanta with their Trans Am intact. Coming up next, meet the couple that won this year's Hardship Award. Now, back to more of the TXA21 Classic Drive-In Movie. You're watching the TXA21 Classic Drive-In Movie, Art of War 3, Retribution. But first, more of TXA21's exclusive coverage of the 2012 Bandit Run, a Trans Am rally celebrating the 35-year anniversary of Smokey and the Bandit. The trip is a labor of love for many of these Bandit runners. But for Manny and Julia from Illinois, getting here didn't come easy. After several breakdowns, they eventually had to have their car towed back to Illinois and finish the run in a rental car.
Ultimately, it's about hanging in there and doing your best and being around people you care about. I've formed relationships on this Bandit Run that'll live with me forever. And there's simply no way that anything like this is going to stop me. Every time we lost fuel pressure and the car died and we got flatbedded to somewhere else, it made me more determined to hang in there just to beat this.
This couple met on last year's Bandit Run. Now they're married and celebrating their honeymoon. Meet them next as the TXA21 Classic Drive-In Movie continues. Thanks for watching the TXA21 Classic Drive-In Movie. Before we go, let's check in one last time with the 2012 Bandit Run. This couple has a lot to celebrate. They're on their honeymoon. They met on last year's Bandit Run, and now they're officially hitched.
It's kind of special. I mean, if it weren't for the Bandit Run, if it weren't for my dad, who loved Smokey and the Bandit, and us coming on this trip last year, this is my 4th year to be on the trip. If it wasn't for this movie, and for these people that love this movie, we would have never met.
And stories like that are common. This guy from Colleyville gave his dad a birthday gift he'll never forget. A 1979 Trans Am he and his brother restored themselves.
We did the paint job, the body work, the interior, we did everything because, you know, we were on a budget since we paid for it ourselves.
And for the rest of the Bandit runners, their love for these cars, the movie, and the friendships they make will last a lifetime. TXA21 will have more exclusive coverage of the 2012 Bandit Run in the weeks to come. But for now, good night.